Greetings. It's October 2nd. Well, it's a beautiful sunny day. I decided to come up the river and change out a couple of trail cameras. Pick up camera 1 and 2 and then drop 2 new cameras to replace them. But I think I'll put them in a different area. What a beautiful day to be out. Here I am trying to set up my tripod because just before I'm going to change out the cameras and see what's on camera 1 and 2, I'm going to try fishing again, just like I promised. The river has dropped. Pink salmon have been washed out from the last flood. And, oh, here's the dork here. Yeah. Can't even set up a tripod anymore straight. But anyway, once I get the tripod set up, I'll put the 360 camera on the tripod, and then I'll go out and try fishing for a little while. Yeah, before we go over here in the bushes and collect trail cams. Boy, it's sure a beautiful fall day with all the fall colors. Well, let's get ready and do a little bit fishing, and then we'll do some camera work. Well, it's October. As I promised almost a month ago, I'm going to go fishing. There's my yarn fly. See if we can catch something. Well, the only fish I've seen so far, not like that. I'll try again down here below again, a couple of places. Anyway, I've got 3 cameras in there. I'm going to switch out the 3 cameras in the woods over here, down the river, before I head out. Couldn't ask for a prettier day in October. It was, turned on the news this morning, it was so damn depressing. I just come out here. It was a long walk, but it's better than sitting home watching the depressing news. Well, I'll try again over here a little bit. Been a pretty day. I've tried a couple places. I've only seen some salmon fry and some little tiny dollies like that. I think everything has moved up the river to spawn. I haven't seen any coho in the river yet, which is strange. Should have been some in there, but I didn't see any. Anyway, I'm going to put out some of these cameras. There's a spot over here. It looks real interesting. So let's go check it out. Only saw one set of bear tracks, so I'm not taking any chances. All these alders running along here. This one, that one, that one, that one. A whole bunch up here got scrapes where the deer been rubbing their antlers. Leave a signal, bucks are, that they're in the area. So I think sun's over this way. I think I'll put a camera over here somewhere. Shoot this direction. See if we can't catch some of those bucks rubbing and scraping. That's what we're gonna do. Use a screw here, put it in the tree, put the camera up. Now I wanted that camera to slightly aim downward, away from the sun. That way if it rains, water will run off the front of the camera instead of setting on top or steaming up the lens. Actually, I might have to tip it a little bit more. I hope it's a good spot. Over here is the great big log that the bears have been coming up underneath of it, coming out. Same with the deer. There's deer tracks running all through this little opening here. And so I'm hoping I can cover multiple places coming together. I've never seen human footprints in here, so probably a pretty safe place to put the camera. Well, I'm going to go out and fish a little bit. Well, let's take a look at what's on camera 1. If you saw a previous video of mine called, I think it's the brown bear and the caviar, I found a very interesting place. And it's this place here that every time the river floods, water backs up in here, and with it, it brings dead salmon and salmon eggs and just all kinds of little things that for animals. It's a real popular place for deer and bear and birds. Anyway, I decided, well, there were so many salmon eggs in that one area that had flown in or floated in during this high water times that I decided to put the trail camera there. And I kind of pointed it to the ground towards where the salmon eggs are. And here's some footage. It looks like we've got a sow and 2 cubs coming in. Sow in the middle and full-size cubs on either side of her. The light on camera 2 has come on. Now I'm only going to show video from camera 1. I'll make another video later on with camera 2. And I'll tell you, camera 2 has about 40 videos of brown bear. So anyway, that bear had wandered off, and I see here he comes back again. It's one of the cubs. They're moving over to the right. But about 20-30 minutes later, on the time stamp on the same day, somebody else came through. Now this is a big male boar bear. Watch him. I believe this bear was trailing that sow and the cubs, because they'll try to get rid of the cubs, either kill them or run them off so that they can mate with the female sows. Anyway, here comes a bunch of deer through. Oh, we got another one in the bushes off to the left here. I can see his eyes. But this is a really an interesting place to put the camera. You know, it's got trails from 3 different directions coming together. Plus, it's a back eddy that collects a lot of debris during high water. Yep, there he goes. Let's see what else we got coming here. Oh, there's a bear. That's a nice looking bear over there on the right. Kind of sleek looking. I presume that's another male. I've identified 5 or 6 bears, and 4 of them been males. Well, now we can add more because I got a sow with the 2 cubs. That was the first time I've seen her come through. I don't know what he's doing. Standing in front of camera 2, I believe. Probably staring at the light saying, what is this? I guess he's not going to move. Here comes another one through a little bit later. Might be the same bear. It's kind of a stocky, well, a well-groomed bear. Looks pretty good. Again, they're coming up looking for things that washed in here during high water, whether dead fish or fish eggs or whatever they can find. Yeah, there he goes. Gonna wander off down the trail. Well, that was it for camera 1. I thought I'd fish again, and actually not too many fish around, but here I'm into one. Ah, that's right, act like an idiot out there. Oh, he's a fighter. Yeah, I normally fish the river here this time of year in October, but wow, there's getting to be so few Dolly Varden left. I can't believe Alaska Fish and Game, I think it's Southeast Alaska, still has a 10 fish limit on these trout. That's pretty much overkill. I just as soon it all be catch and release now. There's not quite as many fish around as there used to be. And there's so many more people fishing this stream. It's unbelievable. Never used to see hardly anyone. That's a fair-sized trout. Probably a 14-incher maybe. That's it. Bring them in. Actually, this is the only decent one that I caught. The others I caught were really small. 6, 7 inches. Maybe 8. Yep. Lift him up there so we can all have a look at him. He's sure nice and fat after feeding on salmon eggs. There you go.
I was just about ready to give up. About average, not big.
Yeah, he's an average size one. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little video. We put a few cameras out, mostly to watch for the buck deer when they start rubbing on the trees. I've got one camera back there left for looking for bears. I place these cameras in places where most people never go. Even if I told them where the camera was, they may not be able to find it. Beautiful day to be out fishing. Anyway, I got a little bit of video on camera 1. But I've got a lot of video coming on camera 2. It was better placed. Watching the eggs in the sand, and the bears coming by and feeding on all of them. The bears are pretty much all still nocturnal. There's been so many people around August and September that they pretty much don't come out until after dark. I always set my cameras and stuff out in the middle of the day, and that way I won't run into any of them, hopefully. Counting the sow now, I think there's what, 3, 5, about 8 different bears I've identified in this area alone. Those cubs are pretty much full grown, and she's going to dump them off somewhere here eventually. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll have many more coming. I've got some trail cams in other areas watching. Well, if you didn't see my buck video with the abnormal antlers, it's on my channel too, so I decided to put a camera back out there and watch him again for a while. He's a big 3-point buck with a strange tine growing up. I guess counting the tine and the split and everything, he's about a 5 or 6-point buck. Anyway, I've got a camera out watching him too, so I'll check it out next week or so. Yep, October's a favorite time for me. The last cruise ship has come into town, and well, we just don't have a whole lot of people around right now. Tourist people are leaving and taking their money with them that they made, but that's all right. I prefer now living in Sitka in the wintertime where it's quiet. So, thanks for watching my video, and keep looking, and there'll be more coming. Until later.